The Roots of Noh. Experience the heritage of Enami, Osaka. In Joto Ward, Osaka City, there is an area called Enami. Historically, this region was home to a Sarugakuza, a professional guild of performers, which practiced the art form that became the origin of modern Noh and Kyogen theater. To honor this heritage, Joto Ward hosts Noh classes for children and regular introductory workshops for beginners. These events are welcoming to everyone. In fact, international participants were enjoying the experience without any hesitation. The instructors provided hands-on, step-by-step guidance. Although it was difficult to produce a sound from the traditional instruments at first, the moment a clear note finally rang out was truly rewarding and joyful. How to get to Joto Ward Office, Joto Community Center Hall. By train, Osaka Metro. The nearest station is Gamo 4 Station. It is about a 10-minute walk from the station. From Umeda or Namba. 1. Take the Midosuji Line, Red Line. 2. Transfer at Shinsaibashi Station to the Nagahori-Tsurumi Ryokuti-Line, Green Line. 3. Take the train bound for Kodama Minami. 4. Get off at Gamo 4 Station. Lines available. You can use either the Nagahori-Tsurumi Ryokuti Line or the Imazato-Suji Line to reach Gamo 4 By on-demand bus. You can take an on-demand bus directly to the front of the Joto Community Center Hall. Note: you can book the bus using a smartphone app, but please be aware that the app is currently available in Japanese only. Within Osaka City, two main companies, both part of the same corporate group, operate public transit buses, Osaka City Bus and OM Taxi. Historically, both the subway and bus systems were integrated and managed by the Osaka Municipal Transportation Bureau. However, following privatization in 2017, the subway and bus operations were separated and established as individual companies under the Osaka Metro Group. In 2024, OM Taxi entered the taxi industry by acquiring the Hanatan branch of National Taxi, a subsidiary of Nihon Katsu. Currently, they operate on-demand bus services under contract from Osaka Metro. On the Osaka Metro Nagahori-Tsurumi Ryokuti Line at Shinsaibashi Station, a rigid conductor bar system is utilized, and half-height platform screen doors, PSDs, have been installed. A metal plate is installed along the center of the track. This reaction plate is a defining feature of steel wheel linear motor trains. This system was first introduced in Japan in 1990 for the access line to the International Garden and Greenery Exposition, Expo 90. On the right is a photo of the interior of a Tsurumi Ryokuti Line train. Unlike other subway cars, these are built with a smaller profile, resulting in a narrower space between facing seats. Furthermore, in the top left of the photo, you can see the air conditioning unit. On most subway trains, these units are recessed into the ceiling. However, due to the limited height of these cars, they had to be installed in this visible, protruding manner. Since I'm using the on-demand bus app, I'll get off at Kyobashi. For those not using the bus, it's better to get off at the next stop, Gamo 4 and proceed on foot. After exiting the subway gates at Kyobashi Station, you'll arrive at an open underground area. From there, head to the surface and proceed to the right. As you come up the stairs and turn right, you'll see a white building in the distance. That's the Keihan Railway Station building. If you go to the end of that white building and turn right, you will find the pickup and drop-off point for the on-demand bus. This time, we'll be riding in a one-box van. The city's general principle for utilizing unused land is to sell it. Initially, the proceeds from this sale were earmarked to fund a portion of the new ward office construction, approx 6.4 billion yen, and the site was scheduled for a price-based competitive bidding process. However, following feedback from ward councils emphasizing the importance of community development, the city reconsidered its approach. The goal shifted to balancing revenue generation with effective community use. After evaluating proposals from 13 medical and welfare organizations, Higashi Osaka Hospital was selected as the most feasible candidate. The hospital successfully relocated, and the new facility officially opened on Tuesday, October 3, 2023. The Joto Ward Office is a multi-purpose complex that houses the ward office itself, a health and welfare center, a community center, a senior welfare center, and a library. The Noh Theater Workshop was held at the community center on the second floor. Although it is called a community center, it is open for everyone to use. This is what the information boards inside the ward office look like. In Osaka's public spaces, it is standard to provide information in 4 languages: Japanese, English, Korean, and Chinese. While guidebooks and brochures are available in many other languages, such as Vietnamese and Portuguese, please note that all official documents for the ward office must be completed in Japanese only. As today is Sunday, the ward office counters are closed and service is unavailable. The office is closed on Saturdays, Sundays, national holidays, and during the New Year's break, December 29th to January 3rd. Regular business hours are Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. However, some services are available during extended hours. On Fridays, excluding holidays, the windows stay open until 7 p.m. Additionally, on the fourth Sunday of every month, the office opens from 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. for limited services. Osaka Daikokugi-kan, the Great Osaka Sumo Hall. Pre-war Osaka was a flourishing metropolis. While Tokyo is now the only city with a permanent sumo stadium, Kokugi-kan, Osaka once boasted its own magnificent venue. In March 1937, the Great Japan Sumo Association, now the Japan Sumo Association, completed the Osaka Daikokugi-kan in present-day Furuichi-Tuchome, Joto Ward, to host the Osaka Sumo tournaments. The facility was a 4-story, Western-style reinforced concrete dome. It sat on a massive 20,000 square meter site, 6,000 tsubo, with a building area of 10,000 square meters, 3,000 tsubo. With a staggering capacity of 25,000 people, it far surpassed the current Ryogoku Kokugi-kan in Tokyo, approx 11,000 people, making it one of Japan's premier indoor sports arenas at the time. At its grand opening in June 1937, the stadium was packed daily, with full house banners hanging inside and colorful flags bearing wrestlers' names lining the streets. Special shuttle buses ran continuously from Umeda and Namba stations to handle the crowds. During the third tournament in April 1938, featuring 4 grand champions, Yokozuna, including the legendary Futabayama, famous for his 69-bout winning streak, the excitement was so intense that the doors opened at 10 p.m. the night before the first day. However, due to the prolonged effects of World War II, the stadium was forced to close after only 3 years and 7 tournaments. During the war, it was converted into a munitions factory, and after the war, it was requisitioned by the Allied occupation forces. To the regret of many, it was finally demolished in 1951. Today, the site is occupied by a housing complex, leaving no physical trace of its former glory. Osaka City is deeply committed to waste recycling. Small household appliances, fluorescent tubes, batteries, mercury thermometers, contact lens cases, and plastic bottle caps are collected at ward offices. For large items, you must request a pickup from a private contractor for a fee. These are the spectator seats in the community center on the 2nd floor. This is the stage area, which has a distinct Japanese atmosphere. I believe this design is also a result of the consultations with local residents.